Welcome back. The other day I had a wonderful question which I love. How can I begin to teach my child about meditation? How can I do that? How can I teach meditation to my kid? What I'd like to do is go through a number of resources, a beginning, so you can begin to teach these principles to your kids, begin to help them to develop a skill which will last their entire lives. We want to begin very simply and very easily, make it very, very approachable, fun, and interactive. So let's get into it. I grew up in northern Idaho, and I watched as some of the religious parents would really force their kids to follow where they had gone. And of course, the kids would automatically rebel. They might put on a facade that I'm here, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but inside they were constantly rebelling. And as soon as the parents were not watching, I'd see them go just absolutely ballistic. So I've always known from that experience that if you pressure somebody into something, it's going to have a reverse effect, right? It's going to create blowback, right? And that's something that you don't want. And so what you would rather do with your own kid is entice them to come in. And the first thing that we can do is let them watch us meditate. Let them notice that we are sitting every single day to meditate. We have our time, we go away, we go in our little corner where we do our meditation, and let them see that every day. And the child is born to mimic. So they will immediately want to follow in suit. And so if they want to come and sit with you, even if they get up very quickly, it's still wonderful because they're beginning to create that space in their mind for meditation, which is absolutely wonderful. Out of that little bit of interest, you can sit with your kid, and the very first thing that we can teach them is a little bit of heart rate variability resonant breathing. And the whole thing is a little too much, right? So maybe if your child is old enough, you can sit down with the app and use the app with them and find the breath rate which is comfortable for them. But much more simply, if they're much younger, then just sit with them and just do AMOL. A-M-O-L, AMOL. Always make the out breath longer. And that one little rule will help the child very, very quickly get into a meditative state because they will begin to create resonance between the breath and the heart. What happens as we get into heart rate variability resonance is that the body begins to fluctuate. It begins to go back and forth between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So it goes back and forth. And that back and forth creates the balance. It goes like this. And we create balance. It's a profound psychophysiological balance which is created in the body by going back and forth. Usually, we are just sympathetic, 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 and the parasympathetic is not allowed to come up. But by this resonance, we are bringing the parasympathetic back. And then it goes, then the sympathetic comes, then the parasympathetic. And that back and forth creates the balance. But your kid doesn't have to know that. You just do AMOL. Breathe in. Okay, let's breathe out long. Teach the child the ha breath. We're going to make the sound of ha as we breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make the out breath long. And just sit with your child for a minute. You can bribe them. I'm going to give you 5 gummy bears if you will sit with me and do this interesting breathing. It's going to make you feel so good. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I'll give you 5 gummy bears. Go ahead and bribe your kid. And do it with your hands so they can see it. Okay, we're going to breathe in. You ready? Breathe out. That's right. Make every out-breath longer. Always make the out-breath longer, and that will get the parasympathetic to come back up and create that balance, right? So you sit with your kid, you do the breathing, and then you say, okay, let's try it, and let's not make any noise. We'll just do it through our nose. And now you've transitioned to a nasal breath. Do that again and again. So it's much more active. We're not learning to sit very still just yet, right? Next, you might teach them Hakula. Go get a piece of paper and draw a dot on your paper, or cut one out of some construction paper. It's nice and colored so they can see it. And then tape it on your wall. Put it slightly above eye level so they can look up a little bit. Have them stare at that one dot. And then as they are staring at that one dot, I want you to put all your mind on that one dot. Very good. As the child is looking at that one dot, you come behind them, you put your hands like this on either side, and you move your fingers. And you say, keep looking at the dot, but can you see my fingers? I don't know if you can see my fingers. Keep looking at that one dot. Can you see my fingers on the edge of what you see? And the child will go, oh yeah, I see this side, or I see that side, or I can see both sides. And now they're accessing their peripheral vision, and say, can you feel your mind opening? Can you feel it opening as we do this? Look at that one dot and look at my fingers at the same time. Can you feel your mind opening? Because it's becoming expansive and you're touching on the right brain, right? That's why the child will feel their mind opening up, getting big, getting expansive. You want them to feel that. That is Hakula. If the child is old enough, you tell them, when you go to school, I want you to do this when you're listening to the teacher. And all the knowledge from the teacher will come into your brain. And then when you sit to take the test, you do the same thing. You open yourself into Hakula, right? And that will get your brain in the same place. And so all the knowledge will come automatically and spill out onto the paper. And you'll get a better grade because of that. And it absolutely works. It will raise, if you teach this trick to your child, it will raise their grade point average half a point. Easily. Maybe even a whole point, but at least half a point. It will work. It's beautiful. You're helping the child to access the right brain. The right brain is the center of all knowledge and knowing, and so they're getting in touch with that. It's much easier to recall things from that place, to remember what we know. The right brain is a multiprocessor. The left brain is very linear and sequential. So you're teaching them to get in touch with the right brain, the big multiprocessor. The right brain is bigger and heavier. And everybody, even when you don't meditate. Now, when you meditate, think about that. Your right brain's getting even bigger, even heavier in your life. That's why it's so important. So bribe your child, give them gummy bears, offer them, you know what, you want that ice cream? I'll give you that ice cream if you will do 1 minute of Hakula. Next time, make it 2 minutes. Okay, this time I'm going to see if you can do 3 minutes of Hakula, and then you can have the treat. You can have the ice cream then. So make it fun, make it interactive. I know you can do it, or I don't know. Can you do 3? Can you do a little bit of reverse psychology? Can you do a whole 3 minutes? I'm not sure if you can do 3 minutes of Hakula, but if you do, there's ice cream coming on the way. Reverse psychology is wonderful with kids because nobody wants to be shoved or pushed into something that they don't want. But if you go, oh, wow, I'm not sure. Are you up to this meditation stuff? This is big, important stuff. I don't know if you're up for this. I don't know. Do you think you can do what dad is doing or what mom is doing? Do you think you can do this? All right, let's give it a try. Let's see if you can feel anything. We're going to see if you can feel your mind getting bigger. See if you can notice that and teach them the Hakula. Teach them the always make the out breath longer. And then you can begin to teach them SVS, sitting very still. Okay, we're going to do 1 minute of SVS and then we can watch the movie together. Okay, I know you want to watch the movie, so let's sit down and let's do 1 minute SVS. Let's see if you can, or maybe just 30 seconds. Let's see if you can sit very still for 30 seconds. And then next time, let's see if you can sit for 1 minute without moving anything. Not tense, but very relaxed. So teach them to loosen up and relax, right? Okay, sit very still. Can you do it for 1 minute? Oh my God, now you've given them a treasure. Always make the out breath longer. Hakula, sitting very still. These are magical things. Another meditation, sit with them and teach them the cute baby meditation or the cute kitten meditation. Okay, we're going to do our cute kitten meditation. Come sit with Dad. We're going to look at the cute kitten. We look at the cute kitten. Oh my God, it's so cute. And we just hold that feeling. How long can you hold that feeling? How long can you hold that feeling? Can you feel that feeling inside of your heart? How long can you hold on to it? And you see the kitten or you see the baby and you go, oh, and you just hold it and hold it and hold that feeling. How long can you hold it? And you sit there with the child and help them to create this connection with the left amygdala. And now we've covered our huge 3 processes. The dorsal vagal, we've gotten in touch with the dorsal vagal with always make the out breath longer. We've gotten in touch with the right brain, the right hippocampus, with expansion, with Hakula. Maybe we go out and we do some sky gazing. Maybe we stare at the ocean. Oh my goodness, look at the whole ocean. Can you see the whole ocean at once? Look at the whole ocean. And you can watch their eyes dilate as they are in the Hakula. As they access the right brain, their eyes, their pupils will dilate automatically. So you're teaching them to do that. That's a yogic skill. Can you take in the whole and just enjoy all of the ocean? Can you look at the sky and take in the whole and just enjoy the sky? Enjoy the whole. Can you do that? And now slowly, slowly you're introducing these ideas and you let them watch you. You let them watch the peace that is inside of you. Teach them the Om Japa in the chakras, and now you've taught them a skill to wipe out negativity from their entire life. Oh my goodness, did you feel that feeling? That was a bad feeling, right? Where did you feel it? Well, I felt it in here, or I felt it in here. Can you Om into it? How do I do that? Well, you Om. I feel it, and then I Om into it. And you can even help them. Okay, where's the feeling? Show me the feeling. Okay, there's the feeling. Okay, let's Om into it. Om. And you help them Om into it. And then you ask, how does the feeling feel? Does it feel different? Yeah, the feeling's going down, or it's going away, or it's disappearing, or it's gone. And you keep going until it's gone. You want them to connect that the Om Japa is going to wipe it out completely if they're ready to let it go. Are you ready to let that go? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's Om into it because we know what's going to happen there. And we Om into it, we Om into it, we Om into it. We wipe out the negative emotion. We interrupt it. It's a pattern interrupt inside the body through this connection of projections from the brain. So you're using the handle of the chakras to create immense change inside of the brain, inside of the psychology. You're teaching them a process of therapy from very young that they can take through their whole life. And you're teaching them a cute baby. This is teaching them to access more joy every day. So now you're teaching them peace. You're teaching them expansion. You're teaching them letting go. You're teaching them bliss. You're teaching them so much in just these little pieces here and there as it flows, as it is natural, as you're able to bribe them. I saw a wonderful picture. Somebody said, every time my kid read a book, I would give them $1. Best money I ever spent. Because after a while, the child doesn't look for the reward of the money or the gummy bear. They look for the reward that they find inside the practice. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for their connection to these deep processes where they begin to realize what it is doing to them. And let it blossom. You don't know how far down the line this is going to create profound change. One of my yogi friends, he was in a Brahmin family and they had alternate nostril breathing was the meditation technique of their family, and so he learned it, of course. It was part of his family tradition. And then he left, he went to Canada, he started a business, and he's in his kitchen, and all of a sudden he starts to shake with a Kundalini experience. And he tried to clamp it down, that made it worse. He had to let go, and the Kundalini, the intelligence and energy washed through him, and suddenly all these memories of meditation and the awakening of Kundalini, everything came back to him from his family. And he was able to call on that. And he took a journey and he learned Khechari, and that's where he gave me an entire Khechari lineage. So you never know how it's going to blossom with your kid, but let it just grow and blossom, be a little sprout and then a little bigger. It's very organic. You want to let it grow over time. Let them watch you mostly. And just offer a little encouragement, a little practice now and then, and it will turn into something that could save their life one day. So I hope you love this. I hope you try it out with your kids. I hope they love it. And I will see you next time.